If you're following any photographer on social media, chances are you're seeing less than 1% of their work. The reality is that even for photographers who've been doing this for decades, the majority of the images are average at best, and only a few will ever see the light of day. Of course, we all know that. You've heard about this on other YouTube channels. I'm sure I've said this before as well. However, in this video, rather than just talking about it, I want to take it a step further. Right now, I am in Venice, arguably one of the prettiest and most photogenic cities on Earth. I also have my Fujifilm X-T5 and the 33mm f1.4. The 33mm being my favorite focal length, the one that I gravitate to the most when it comes to street photography. Both the camera and the lens are latest and greatest. Also, looking outside, it's perfectly sunny. So I have a photogenic city, I have my favorite focal length, the best gear, the best weather for my style of photography. So in theory, I have no excuses. I've just formatted the memory card, and the first photo that I'm gonna take that you will see on the screen right now is a photo of my sunglasses. Also, you will see the file number on the screen as well. Now, I'm gonna go out and walk around Venice today and take photos. Nothing new, nothing unusual, but I am going to show you every single photo that I take. Normally you will see 1% of the images that I take in a given POV or day out, but not today. Today it will be every single image. And at the end of the day, I'll take another photo of my sunglasses. Hopefully it'll be dark by then, or at least not as bright. And that way you will see the whole, let's say, photo set from start to finish, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Of course, I have absolutely no idea how long this video will be. Might be 10 minutes, might be 30 minutes, who knows. So grab a pizza, grab a cup of coffee, and I hope you enjoy it. So I'm still trying to go for three types of photos: a wide establishing shot to tell you that I'm in Venice, a subject shot of something interesting, and a detail shot of something that's not so interesting, but when put together as a photo set, kind of glues everything together. if you're visiting Venice, I highly suggest visiting these quieter areas on the outskirts of the main island. You just don't have that many tourists. I mean, there's no one here. It's more authentic in my opinion. You see how the locals live, and it's just a much nicer place to be. I'm about 10% into the day, and overall, I don't know, I'm not enjoying this way of photography at all in terms of just being very specific about each image. I've found myself missing opportunities and not going for certain opportunities because obviously I have to share every single shot. Also found myself second guessing if I'm about to take a picture, whereas normally I would just go for it, I wouldn't think, whereas this time I'm trying to think whether I should take it or not. So this has resulted in a couple of missed shots, and generally the quality of my work is not as high as I would normally want it to be. But it's definitely an interesting experience. Not one I will do again, that's for sure, but interesting nonetheless. course, the downside of coming to extremely quiet areas is that there's no one here, so if you find a good spot, you might be waiting a very long time, that's for sure. I mean, there's not a single person around me, so I would have been there for like at least 30 minutes. Well, that was definitely not the experience I thought I would have whilst filming this. Walking down, a lady has collapsed in front, so me and a couple of others just helped her. And it seems, I mean, she was alive, she wasn't well, obviously. It seemed like a diabetes thing. So one of the locals called an ambulance, but it seemed like they were spending 15 minutes on the phone just trying to figure out whether to come out or not when she's clearly on the floor, as they explained. Eventually, after about 15 minutes, even though the hospital's 5 minutes away, they came out. And there was a few of us holding this woman up, trying to help her up, and they just didn't seem that bothered. If anything, they seemed completely frustrated that we disturbed their day. Eventually they came and they got her, put her in the ambulance boat and about to leave, but she was a caretaker for a old guy who was in a wheelchair. So we come to the way, what's happening with the old guy, because he's clearly lost, disorientated, and he needs someone to care for him. They just said, oh, it's not a problem, and left. I mean, I don't know what to say to that. I just hope that I will never need help from the ambulance people here, because it seems like they don't really care, or maybe if you're Italian you'll have a different explanation. Thankfully some locals came out to help the old guy out, but I don't know. Just seeing all of that kind of left me a bit frustrated, or I don't know what the right word for it is, but disappointed. Let's just say that. Now, if you love how the photos look in this video, then I am delighted to say that I've just released my new preset pack. So the preset pack consists of 22 presets. It's compatible with Fujifilm RAW files, therefore using the film simulations, with general RAW files for all other cameras, and for Apple Pro RAW formats as well. So the 10 original presets from the previous preset pack have been carried over, have been slightly modified and improved over the years, and then there is an additional 12 presets that I've been working on over the last year. These presets will not change your life, they will not improve your sex life, they will not give you a six-pack and make you a trillionaire, but they're good presets. It's a good way to support me, it's a good way to reverse engineer how I edit, or just see how my look looks like on your images. This is Lightroom only. A Capture One preset pack will be coming separately. In the previous preset pack I tried to match them, but honestly it's almost impossible to match Lightroom and Capture One like for like, because both have a different RAW engine and color processing. So if anything, a separate Capture One preset pack with its own look will probably be a better option, but that's quite a while away. So I'm waffling. Thank you so much for your support if you did grab them. If not, the link's down below if you want to support it. This is the best way to do it. And back to the video. Just one more shot. Alright, so I'm 36 photos in. Faisal, just in the distance there's just joined for the rest of the day. I don't know, it's definitely not my best work. There's a ton of rubbish photos. I think maybe one is okay, a couple are little fillers, so to speak, but most of them are pretty rubbish. As I've said, maybe I've said earlier, I'm finding the experience not as fun as I usually would, because my approach to photography is very much instinctive. If I see something, I take a photo. Whereas I'm trying my best to remain instinctive and just shoot as much as possible. I'm also aware that I have to share everything. Not in terms of like you'll see terrible photos, but you wouldn't want to sit here for an hour and see 300 or 500 rubbish photos and maybe one good one. Try not to fall over. So yeah, overall my experience of this type of challenge is not the most positive, and thinking of, let's say, film photography, even though I've never had an interest in it anyway, I think now I have even less of an interest in it, because obviously shooting film I would have to take more of this kind of approach, otherwise it'll get very expensive and time consuming. Yeah, and this is definitely not, there's flamingos over there. Did you know that in Venice there are flamingos, and they're right there? I can't show it to you on the GoPro because it's pointless, but take my word for it. Anyway, we're now in Castello, and gonna try and shoot around here for a bit and slowly head back to the other end of the island. So hopefully I can get a few more bits, we'll see. So stopped for a couple of drinks and some crisps, and I was moaning to Faisal that I am not taking enough photos because I'm worried that I'll just take a bunch of crap, and after a brief discussion I've decided that I'm gonna take more images now and try and shoot like I would normally shoot, knowing that most of them will be deleted. So you'll probably see more images now, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully this will improve the day, because so far I've only got about 38 or 39, and yeah, it's not going great. The bridge will be better. So now I'm gonna wait until they're in the light a bit. Two. Three. Done. All right, that's three. Right, another image, plant pots. Oh, this could work. Oh yeah. On the roll here. Nah. However, another one. No, didn't get it. Unless he sits on that red bench, that would be ideal.
Should have brought the 90 out. All your photos would have been bangers.
One. Come on, stay there. Two. Jesus, okay, never mind. What is it? Oh, okay. Really cool. So since my new tactic of being less picky with photos, I've managed to get 2 or 3 better photos, but also a bunch of just crap. Some of it is out of focus, as you've seen already. So now we're going to carry on from Castello, which is where we are right now, head back into the center of town, I guess. And then currently I'm on 58 images. Hopefully I can get to about 100. I think I'll stop the video at 100 because then you'll just be sitting there for 10 hours watching it. But yeah, so far, as you can see, 99% of every photo I make is make. I sound like a twat saying that. 99% of the photos that I take are crap. So as Faisal said as well. So there we go. If you see my work on Instagram and you think, oh wow, you take great photos, I don't. I just get lucky now and again. Anyway, let's carry on, take some more images. Photos. I've lost it. Three photos. Look at that. 10 out of 10 for originality. Oh yeah, that's probably what it is, yeah.
they're almost like guides, right? Sometimes they talk
I think
about.
it's this way. Oh yeah.
What I noticed is I haven't really photographed a lot of reflections in this. As I take a lot of reflections.
Oh yeah.
As I take reflections in Venice.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there you go.
All right. Oh, there we go.
67 photos.
Yeah. Well, it's not quiet today. Fucking hell. Oh man, look at the light. I just need a boat or something to go through there. Oh yeah, this one goes for about 50 minutes as well. Oh yeah. The thing is, I technically already have this shot. But one more doesn't hurt. I think those two old guys will come here. This table.
I've just walked in the opposite direction, so I've been here, but haven't seen it from this perspective.
They went that way. Yeah. Ah, bastard.
Quindi così due riservati, uno lo metti su una da due di quelli, uno lo metti su due. Quindi così due riservati, uno lo metti su una da due di quelli, uno lo metti su
E allora appunto ho detto vabbè, ecco, magari occasione che avevo anche detto, magari dico con la scusa che sono a casa.
So towards the end of the day, the light got a bit better, and because I was taking more photos, I ended up taking a couple that I'm actually happy with. So in general, I think I'm on about 77, 78 photos. 1 or 2 I'm happy with, 2 or 3 I'm okay with, and the rest, as you've seen yourself, crap. So one last photo to take. Oh, the last photo that you saw was the focus point being in the wrong part of the screen. I thought it would be in the middle, but it wasn't. Anyway, the last photo they need to see from me is of these sunglasses now that it's getting dark.